Okay, today we are playing a game on Lijiang Tower. We are in the Silver SR range, and we will be playing Anna the entire way through. With special guest, my son, for probably like 5 entire seconds. He is alive, I swear. He looks a bit dead. See? He's alive. Oh, sorry. Jesus Christ. I've disturbed you, have I? And there he goes. There you go. That was your 5 entire seconds of seeing the cat. I hope you enjoyed it. So let's start the video game. We're not going to worry about our comp much because it doesn't matter below gold, really. Beyond, do you have a tank? Do you have a healer? We have both of those things. We're playing Anna right now, so, you know, kind of narrows it down. So we've got a fairly decent team comp, to be honest with you, for like silver standards, right? Look at that. That's like a normal ass looking team right there. So we're real far back, hard for us to die, which is the principal goal we're going for when we're playing Anna. We don't want to die, if at all possible. Don't really need to worry about trying to heal the Genji right there. Hold on. The cat was in the way previously, because otherwise you'll hear me slapping the space bar every single time. So, didn't really need to worry about healing the Genji right there, because the Mercy was currently tethered to him. And like, by the time he comes into view, he's basically full health again. So we don't need to worry about that. We could be spending our time on other things. Nice, a solid anti-heal on them. Got the Moira and the Reinhardt, so they both died very unceremoniously. And we're real far back still, so it's very hard for us to die. If we're, you know, it's something to bear in mind. If you're playing Anna and you're this far back and there's like a flanker on the enemy team, you can end up getting killed because you're too far away for your team to be able to help you, really. But silver, they won't help you anyway, and there's no flanker on the enemy team, so we don't have to worry about it that much. So Reinhardt just got yanked off the map, so he won't be doing anything anytime soon. So we could play a little bit more aggressively now. We could go up and basically like look over the bridge, try and shoot somebody. We could even stay in like on the inside of the house on the right hand side and try and shoot across. You know, just kind of try and do something during our downtime rather than sitting around basically waiting for people to get damaged. But at the end of the day also, like, not the end of the world if you don't really, is like Anna. Did just throw our Trank into Bridget's shield, basically hoping she takes it down right there. There's a question in the email about the Trank specifically, so we'll cut the sleep dart. You know, banging the shit out of the table. Oh god, oh Jesus Christ. What a professional operation we run around here. So we won't belabor that one too much. Did start getting like forced backwards towards the point, which is always going to be unfortunate, because that's where most of the enemy team is going to be addressing their attention, so if we're gonna retreat back, going backwards onto the point is kind of like a really scary way to go. But, you know, where else are you really gonna go on Lijiang Tower? You're gonna like go backwards across the bridge and not be able to see your team? You know, it's unfortunate, isn't it? I just looked down at fucking Anna's face in the bottom left, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what is that? And I was like, alright, she's got that now. It's me, Bastet, and here's my daughter, Anubis. Oh look, Bridget's up to no good over here. Her whole team is like dead right now, so she's not really going to be accomplishing too much. The tire is on its way. It only got Hanzo, acceptable losses. I got a little scared. I started walking into that one, but didn't hit us still. Who do we throw our grenade at? Because I was like, damn, it would be nice to throw that on Moira right now. We threw it at like Baby Diva. The thing is, Baby Diva could just get back in her mech, and then the anti-heal doesn't mean anything anymore. Moira was there as well. If we could have got Moira... Well, but Moira's got Fade, right? I'd rather actually save it to use later, because now it's way better to hit Moira with it. Because now she won't be getting healed out of Coalescence. And, like, Moira's already kind of pretty fragile when using Coalescence, counterintuitively enough. That's when she's, like, most vulnerable. Other than right after using Fade. And... like, the thing is, like, we hit Baby Diva and we hit Moira. Baby Diva can get back in her mech, and Moira can use Fade. We don't know if she used Fade or not right there, but she can use Fade and then just drop the anti-heal. So I would have rather saved it, because now we'd get way more value out of it throwing it on Moira. But, like, half their team's still dead, so it doesn't matter overly, so we got there. We got there, and that's the important thing. So now we're on Control Tower, Control Center. It's one of those two, I'm sure. Oh, Son Goku is on our team. We can't possibly lose. So, this is a good place to stand if you can, as Anna. The problem is that, like, we can't see our teammates right now, because they're kind of off over there. And it's also, it's not hard to flank us up here, so we have to, like, be really aware of, like, the enemy team's doorway. And, like, we end up just having to come back around again to heal our teammates. Missed the trank on the Reaper, which is unfortunate, but hey, he elected just to not kill us. So it is really good to stand up on the balcony if you can, but it's like, your team needs to be in a decent position, and, you know, you've got to be aware of getting flanked all the time. What color is that for Mercy? Is that a team color? Oh, Reaper, don't do that. Didn't get him in time. Unfortunately, that would have been good to get him. The grenade wasn't going to accomplish very much right there, either. It doesn't matter overly so, because not a lot was happening at the time, so we've got time for it to come off cooldown, but Anna's cooldowns are pretty long, and her cooldowns are pretty good, so you don't want to just kind of, like, use them whenever. That sucks, you know. It just, like, jumps right in front of us right as we throw the grenade. It happens. Usually it's the Lucio, not the Hanzo, but it happens. So, we've managed to capture the point anyway. Genji went in with his 1v6 Dragon Blade, and miraculously enough, it went decently okay for once. Isn't that incredible? So we've almost got Nano Boost. Genji just used Dragon Blade, so we don't have to be super concerned about, say, oh, he's actually almost built up another Dragon Blade already. Disregard. Good job, Genji. He's farmed up a lot of... I mean, it's Goku, isn't it? It's Goku. How could I have doubted him? Son Goku's out there building up ult charge all the fucking time, isn't he? There he goes. He's actually... Like, 0.5 seconds ago, he was at 78%. Now he's at 100% and just using it again. So, hey. Go Goku, I guess. Now he's dead, though. So, he did kill a bunch of them, though. So, yeah, he's dead. But, like, they can't do a whole lot right now. And they're probably getting tilted because they were probably like, again? You know the Mercy, at least, was like, again? So we could not see Reaper to trank him right there, and we don't really want to be standing in a... Like, we don't want to be standing as far up as we were previously, but we couldn't see him from where we were, which is unfortunate. This is going to do nothing. I would not... Oh, maybe? No, it did not do a whole lot, did it? I wouldn't use Nano Boost right here, just because we've basically, like, we've lost this fight, pretty much. I thought he might actually be able to pull it out with the Rudy Tooty Whizbang Shooty, but then he was like, I'm gonna get that Mercy in the sky, and that didn't really work out super well, did it? Whereas if he just hit the people on the ground, he could have killed them through the Mercy healing, but hey, you know, what can you do, right? I would have rather just saved it, because that fight wasn't exactly looking good by that point. Did Reaper start spinning again? Did I hear Reaper ult again? I can only hear out one fucking headphone right now, so it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. No, I don't think so. Oh, what a mess of a team fight this is. Alright, we managed to hit the Mercy. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, goddamn. She just barely survived that one. Oh, good job, Tracer. I was really just like, man, I was just watching like, man, this is like not going well, is it? But Tracer managed to kill a bunch of people, so good job, Tracer. Now we're going to capture the point again, hooray. So now we have Nano Boost. When you're playing Anna, just, yeah, there you go, push tab a lot, that's what I was going to say. So we see Genji's got Dragon Blade built up right now. Genji's gone real fucking far in, he just died. When you see, like, when you're waiting for somebody to use their ult and they die, just push tab real quick to see if, like, he used it and dropped it on the ground. Because he had it, but he might have tried to pull out the sword over there and now doesn't have it anymore. Just in general, when you're playing Anna, just push tab a lot, because you want to see who's got their ultimate. Because just because we've got Genji on our team doesn't mean we're going to nano boost him necessarily, because if Roadhog starts using his ultimate in a decent position, it might be better to nano boost him rather than wait for Genji. So just like, you know, push tab a lot. Show us what we got. I'm not super crazy about this one. I might be more involved. I might be more down for this if I knew Genji still had his ultimate. Because if he still has his ultimate, I'd rather use it on him. He does indeed still have it. So if I see he dropped his ultimate because he decided to pull it out and use it over there and die, then fair enough, because they're starting to move in on him and turn and try and shoot them, try and hit them, all that. But like, if Genji's coming back with Dragon Blade, that's way better, because Reinhardt didn't need that to survive. Like, he was still in a decent-ish position to survive the situation. Especially since both healers were, like, uncontested at the time. So we ended up missing the opportunity to nano boost Genji, which is very unfortunate. Here comes Reaper. We got him that time. Nice. And he didn't immediately get woken up right afterwards. Double bonus. We were walking with the Moira orb right there, but we were also backing away from the Reaper. I understand that, but if you're backing up in the same way the Moira... Oh, good job, Tracer. If you're backing up the same way the Moira orb's going, just, like, step forward for a second. It'll speed up as soon as it isn't tethered to you anymore, and then you can start backing up again. And then you don't end up getting killed by the orb. So Tracer managed to kill both their supports with Pulse Bomb. So great job, Tracer. That's good enough. Oh, and we got 2 kills at the end as well. Good job, us. And even though it was going really badly for a while, we're actually going to win. Very short game. So we didn't necessarily learn a lot from that, but there's a few questions in the email as well to go on to. We see play of the game? We see play of the game. And then we'll go over to yonder email. Oh, there goes Genji. Oh, there he goes. Out of existence. That's a team color, the Mercy skin, right? Because that's not one of the palette swaps. They're like the regular palette swaps, is it? I don't know who any of the fucking teams are. I know there's Boston. I know there's Korea, and that's it. At that point, I'm tapped out. There's in England, I know that, but I don't know fucking anything about them. Other than the black and gold skin from last season was really good. So let's move over. I don't even know who that belonged to. Despite buying it for a couple of people. So, over in the email, we've got... I had a Genji on my team, and while he didn't talk in chat, it was very obvious he wanted to Nano Blade. I used my Nano to save my tanks. Did I make the right choice, or should I have Nano Bladed? I assume that's mostly talking about on Control Tower, because I don't remember doing that on Garden. I don't remember nanoing a tank on Garden. So I assume we're talking about Control Tower. I don't think Reinhardt needed that nano boost to survive. He was still decently healthy. I don't know if we had a grenade up or not, so I'm not going to say that, but like, both of healers were still there to heal him. He was still decently healthy. Like, yeah, they were starting to advance on him, but I don't think he was about to die. If he dropped a little lower, yeah, but I don't think he was gonna die from that position unless he did something really stupid, in which case, you know, what can you do, right, if he does something really stupid? But, I don't think we needed to save him right there in that situation, so... If you do nano boost to save your tank's life, then that can be fine. You basically have to decide at the moment, like, is my tank being alive important enough to not combo my ult with somebody else's? And, like, quite frequently the answer will be yes. But if you know your Genji is, like, gonna do decent work with it, it might be better off letting the tank die if you're gonna use the Nano Blade in the next couple seconds. Obviously you don't want your tank to die, but if Genji's gonna kill 5 people with the Nano Blade, then it doesn't matter that he died, right? So you kind of have to decide in the moment, but ulting to save your tank's life is generally going to be the correct choice, unless you know Genji's going to actually, like, do good work and kill, like, 5 people. Because then it doesn't matter if you lost 1 person if they lost 5 people. But it's fine to ult. It's like, you don't even really need to ult to save a tank's life. Just ulting to save somebody's life as Ana is usually a good enough use of Nano Boost. And Nano Boost charges so quickly that it's not super worth worrying about that much, to be honest with you, because, like, you can build up a Nano Boost, like, it's not unreasonable to be able to Nano Boost twice in a minute, right? Like, it's it's a pretty fast charging ultimate, so you don't need to sweat it too much using it to save somebody's life. So, number 2, I miss almost all my sleep darts. I shoot way too early and too aggressively. It's usually a panic sleep dart. How do I not panic sleep dart too easily? This is what I was talking about earlier. So the thing is that there's no easy answer to that one, right? I can't go just do XYZ and you'll never panic again, right? It's a process that takes some effort. So, first off, panicking is obviously bad. We don't want to panic. But if you're gonna use a cooldown in a panic, because, like, you're gonna panic, like, it doesn't matter how much you play the game. Sometimes you're gonna panic regardless, right? Like, either all the way up. Eventually, you're gonna panic sometimes. If you're gonna use a cooldown in panic, it's better to use the grenade in panic than it is to use the sleep dart in panic. Because the grenade in panic it's kind of hard to fuck the grenade up as a panic reaction, right? Because you just throw it at your feet, and then, hey, there you go. You got you and whoever was trying to kill you, right? So that's the better panic reaction than the sleep dart. But obviously we don't want to panic if at all possible. So this is an issue I've had with various games that I've played. Because I'm kind of an uptight person in real life. So that tends to carry with me also. So I've had this issue in most games that I've played. And it's something I had to get over fairly recently again when I started learning how to play a fighting game. Because I'm like, oh god, he's got me in the corner. Oh god, please, no. I don't know what to do. Oh god. Just ult and panic, try and get him out. Oh fuck, he knows what he's doing. So he blocked and killed me, you know. Yeah, so I'm acquainted with this one. So, first off, like, you just basically have to, every time you catch yourself panicking, you just kind of have to tell yourself off about it. Like, that's step 1, because the way our stupid monkey brains are, you know, it takes them a while to learn anything. So, basically every time you catch yourself panicking, just, like, tell yourself off about it, and eventually your stupid monkey brain will be like, I'm not insulting you, by the way. I have, as your stupid monkey brain, I have a stupid monkey brain as well. We're all stupid monkey people, right? I just realized saying your stupid monkey brain, I didn't mean it like that. I'm sorry. The way our stupid monkey brains are, though, is, you know, you tell yourself off enough about it, and then it'll be like, all right, I'll stop doing that now. It takes a while, though. But also, like, just experience will help as well, because the more times you find yourself in a situation, then the next time you're in it, you're less likely to panic. You know, once you've been in that situation enough times, you just get accustomed to it and you panic less. Because now when I'm in the corner, it's just a solemn resignation. I'm not panicking anymore. I'm just like, oh, here comes fucking Gohan. Oh, God. It's not panic anymore. It's just depression, honestly. Anyway. So you get used to it after a while. It can also help to remember that there's only ever really a few situations you can really find yourself in at a time, kind of based on, like, the enemy team comp, really. So if you can, like, look at the enemy team comp and think about the situations you're likely to find yourself in, right? Like, I look over there and I see, oh, there's a Genji, oh, there's a Winston, blah, blah, blah. I can then plan for what they're likely to do, and then I can have my reaction kind of already queued up, right? Because I can think about what I'll do when that person jumps on me, right? Because, like, if I'm playing, like, Moira, right? Because I don't play Ana, but I play Moira, so I'm accustomed to being dove still by playing a support. So if I'm playing Moira and I look over there and I see, oh, there's a Genji, I'm like, right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and position so that I'm kind of close to a wall I can use. And then when Genji jumps on me, I'm going to throw my healing orb so that it bounces off the wall and keeps me alive. I'm going to drain him, and I'm going to try and, like, fend him off like that. And then if that doesn't work, if the orb's starting to leave me, or he fucking pulls out Dragon Blade or something, or he's just really good at clicking on the bad man, then I'll fade away. Right? So I've already kind of got what I'm going to do in that situation planned in my mind. And then, because you have a plan, you're less likely to panic again. So, try and, like, account for what's likely to happen to you in the game, and, like, plan it out a little ahead of time. And then, when it happens to you, you don't have to panic. You can just be like, oh, I'm ready for this. I know what I'm going to do. So, try that. But, like, fundamentally, how do I panic less is kind of asking, how do I change an aspect of myself, right? It's a difficult procedure. It takes a while to do, and it's mostly just like being aware of yourself and just like telling yourself off every time you do it. And then eventually it'll stick in the mind, and you'll be less like, and then eventually your mind will be like, all right, fine, whatever, Dad. I guess we won't. Number 3, a really I said like 3 strokes all at once. A really big problem I have is not recognizing when the fight is over. I overstay my welcome and get killed. In this VoD, I tried to practice backing out more early to avoid death. Was the timing okay, or did I back out of fights too early now? I didn't think so, no. In general, we were really far back, so it's not really that hard to back out at that point. Like, we were positioning fairly safely in most situations, so it was like, oh, I just saw like 3 people die, so I've only got to walk a couple of feet and I'm out, so. No, I didn't think it was too early. Just like, if you have trouble recognizing when a fight is over, just like a general rule of thumb, this isn't always true, but it is true more often than not, is like when you're down 2 people relative to the enemy team, the fight's probably over. So like 4v6, but like even that, like if it's like 3v5, right, or 2v4, then it's still probably over also. Not necessarily, like sometimes you still win, but typically if you're down 2 people relative to the enemy team, the fight's probably gonna lose. You're probably gonna lose that fight. And the same is true of the other team as well, of course. So, not always true, but is true more often than not, so it's like a decent rule of thumb to follow until you get like a little bit more used to recognizing when a fight is over. And like, you know, sometimes you don't lose, sometimes being down 1 person is bad enough that you can't really win, depending on how important that person was at the time. But, general rule of thumb, if you're down 2 people relative to them, you're probably going to lose the team fight, or they'll probably lose the team fight. Either way. And that was the last question in the email. So thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you felt I answered your questions from the email inadequately, please let me know. I'll try to expand further. Sorry again for, because I just keep thinking about it. I was like, I already don't like saying like you in the video, because I always say that sounds so accusatory. If you go, well, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, which is why I always try and say we. And then I'm just suddenly like, your stupid monkey brain. And I'm like, oh God, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry again. God damn. I just keep thinking about it. I'm like, God, that was so rude. So if you failed to answer any of your questions from the email inadequately, please let me know. I'll try to expand further. And I hope you found the video helpful.